with this, by the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
I feel like there's something so like slightly creepy about that. Like I almost
Right.
expect it to be the beginning of like something wicked this way comes. You know,
You
something
know?
like that. I feel like we need to creep it up a little.
Creep it up a little bit. I think
Speaking
we
of
could creep
creeping
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showed up.
I heard creep it up, and I'm like, oh, I got to get in on this.
I actually got some horror sound effects just for you, Doug, but I don't know if I loaded them or not.
Notice he still said
That sounds awful. That sounds abysmal.
Yeah.
that hurts my ears.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm still working out volume and all that. Just
Work in progress.
You guys,
Yeah.
we've created a monster here. With
Yeah, you really have.
Speaking of horror.
Honestly.
We have
Honestly, how was
MJ
everybody
Enslow
today?
made it to our sprint today, which is great. Now we have two NJs in the chat with us.
Oh, how will we ever tell them apart?
On it, we have two Abbeys at Dabble, so
That's right.
you know we know the struggle all too well.
With a wine
True.
with an eye.
Right.
Hello, NJ.
So what's everybody working on today?
Abby.
I am working on, so here's the edits that I would like to tackle.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go through my short story and look for the places. Luckily for me, I think everything is just like a layered addition.
Yeah.
I don't think that anything is like, I need to cut this whole section and I need to rethink this and I need to move this. It's very much just an additions situation. So I keep telling myself, like, just put your big girl panties on and do it. I hate revision. And that's, I think, what it falls down to. Like, some people love it and some people hate it. And I love the blank page and the,
I'm not crazy about revision. I don't dread it, but it's not my favorite part. But yeah, I love the excitement of the blank page and what's coming up, and I have an idea in my head, and how am I gonna translate this idea to something epic. And
it's because we're twins. We're twins.
Yeah.
Right? We look exactly alike.
Exactly alike. Yeah.
Thank goodness you have the names in the bottom.
No, you never tell us apart ever. Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as Matulver today, working on building up to the big climax. So that's what I shall be working on. The short story shall be finished today.
Okay,
Well,
I'm loving this though. We've
Mm.
all been there.
Yes, quite often sometimes.
I think that would make for a good conversation about what happens when you get to a point that you haven't planned for in your story.
Well, that's kind of. Didn't you say you're kind of gonna have a spot in your story that's a bit like that, Doug? Where you kind of know up
in
to
my novel. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there, and I have the bare bones of it. But prior to this, I had a lot of detail and like very vivid images of what I wanted for that part of the book. The last act of my book, I'm like, I want this and this to happen, but what else? That's 200 words worth of stuff, Doug. Let's figure something out here.
Figure it out, Doug.
Yeah. What are you doing, Hank? You got it up there.
I pasted in my whole story, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm starting off with 9,597 words.
Oh.
So my goal today is to wind up at the end of these 3 sprints with fewer words than I have right now.
Than 9,600. All right, we'll hold you to it.
Yeah, by one. If you're fewer by one, is that goal accomplished?
Yeah, and I'm in this last 20 seconds, I'm trying to decide: am I going to delete words or am I going to strike through words? Man,
struggle's real. I want to highlight while you're thinking about that. Kara said, for me, editing is like solving a puzzle. However, editing my own work is different from editing other people. Solving other people's puzzles, love doing it. Solving my own puzzles,
hate it. Where's your sound effect for that, Hank?
Oh,
Like
All
you
right,
need
let's
like
get
an
it started.
armpit fart. All right, bye.
Bye, everyone.
dang it! Didn't have it ready.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
All right.
Hey.
That's our first sprint done.
I'm like, are those sounds that are like Hank's like rifling through papers? Like what?
You never know. You never know. All right, everybody, copy your words out, and I'm going to copy mine and put in the next sprint. I managed to trim 5 words, but I did
Nice.
rewrite several sentences, and I thought of how I want to rewrite that opening scene. So I went over to my notepad and I made some notes of some things that I want to do later, but just some ideas I don't want to lose. So,
Wow.
Nice.
it's all part of the editing process. It's
Yeah.
just,
Speaking of the editing process, and before
it's
we
rarely clean.
celebrate everyone here, Emily said just as we got started with the last sprint, I'm actually thinking of taking a day off from my short story before I edit it. And a lot of people said that was a good idea, which I want to echo or reiterate, because we have some more time restraints, it being a month-long challenge, and we're trying to get this short story done and revised. But in a normal situation, like if I were to finish a novella or a novel, I would try and take as much time as feasibly possible away from it before going back for a revision, ideally like a month even. Because distance makes the heart grow fonder, but also it helps separate your mind from what you were just so familiar with for such a long period of time that you can come back with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh perspective. So
I'm like a goldfish. I mean, it only takes me a day or two to forget.
Well, Stephen King in On Writing recommends like 6 weeks, I think. And yeah, I mean, if you can stay away from it for 6 weeks, that's fantastic. I've never been able to do that, but I'm a little too anxious, I guess. But yeah, some time away is definitely good for you.
Sometimes if I wait too long, it's really hard to get back into it though. So like you kind of got to kind of know thyself and be able to balance what you need in order to cut, but also not lose your momentum.
Yeah. The longest
By the way, Doug,
you're I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say your 80s lo-fi playlist that you posted yesterday. It's fantastic.
You digging it? Excellent.
I am. I shared
definitely
it,
some non-80s stuff in there, but still.
There is. Well, when it got to Sweet Dreams, by the Eurythmics, although I think they're kind of taking a Marilyn Manson take on it, but but the Eurythmics creepy enough as it is, but then lo-fi it uber creepy.
I've always wanted like Annie Lennox hair. I always thought she was so cool. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Rosalinda said the link in the prompt for the writing sprint number 2 isn't actually a functioning hyperlink.
Well, I just posted it in the chat. And click it from there.
I'll harass him for you, Rosalinda. You don't have to feel bad about it.
I told you, Hank, he was going to tell you
I
did it.
I know.
I didn't even notice. Okay.
Gosh.
Rosalinda's got my back. I've got her back. It's
fine. I'll do better. Just, but in the meantime, I'll post the link in the chat.
Kara saying, I write for anthology, so 6 weeks wouldn't be realistic for stepping away, but I do like to step away from the story for a few days to a couple of weeks, though. Yeah. Makes sense.
And the spirit of this challenge was we were kind of channeling Ray Bradbury, where he challenged people to write a short story every week and to churn through it and to conceptualize the story at the beginning of the week, write it, then edit it up until Friday, and then mail it out on Saturday and submit it. So in the spirit of that, that's kind of what we're doing in this challenge. But yes, for real life, that's probably a good idea. Take some time, actually spend some time on it, not rush through in a week. But
I imagined Hank slapping a stamp on his all of a sudden.
Right.
Every
Bam!
Sunday
Yeah.
stamp, it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yep.
All
All right, here we go.
All
See you
right.
guys in 20.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Number 2 is done.
It is done.
All
I
right.
am so close to being done this short story. If I don't finish
Are
it
you?
in this next sprint, I'm going to be gutted.
All right, everybody, copy your words. Don't lose them. Man, I trimmed 21 words that time. I'm down to 95.71.
Slow and steady, Hank. Slow and steady.
Hey, that's I'm finding ways to combine some sentences, rewrite a couple things. It's actually I'm not trimming much, but I'm getting lots of good ideas going. So
Just before we started that sprint, Ginger asked, so if the advice is to give some distance between first draft and edit, is this why the suggestion is also to finish the vomit draft, park it, and start another vomit draft? Which I think that's what I like to do, because Hank, you and I have said often, always be writing. Like, that's the best way to become a better writer and to advance your author career if that's something that you're interested in. So let that draft marinate, let it sit, give yourself some distance, but you have another story in there, so just go have fun.
Yeah, and most people have 85 stories just queued up and waiting to be written. Yeah. I don't know if anyone noticed. I don't know if anyone noticed the little people that came into my office while we were writing. My granddaughter showed up, and Audrey, Amelia, and Addie popped in. They're watching in the other room. So.
As NJ says, no 0 days.
No 0 days.
And NJ also says that they'll have the horror for me yet, and I'm looking forward to it. Star, welcome. Good afternoon. Not participating in this short story challenge, but it has been a while. We haven't seen you around, so welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back. All right. Is everybody looks like everyone is having a good writing day. Shelly with 587, NJ West 700 more, Athena 585. Star,
Emily's having a great time.
Yeah, Emily.
Rambling about a holiday still.
I just found Athena on Instagram, by the way, and I followed you. So if some random weirdo just followed you on Instagram, it was me.
It was me.
Rosalinda got 422, and Renee got 225, and Ashley got 677 as well.
Boom.
Great.
Excellent. So what's your word count up to at this point, Doug? Since you're nearly finished with your short story,
nearly finished. If I were to add what I have in the sprints to Dabble right now, I would be somewhere around the 6,500 mark.
Ooh, that's a really good. Place
I'm
to be.
quite happy with that. I think I'm gonna hit I think I'll have more time than I need in this sprint, but I might not, because I had a little brain blast of something I wanted to add to the climax here.
Yeah.
So we had some false hope, and then the realization is setting in that she's made mistakes, and then it's gonna be over. So she's just having that realization now, but yeah, I'm hoping for like that 7,000, 7,200 word mark.
Yeah,
that would be ideal for me.
Will be.
Erica,
I'm hoping. I'm at 9,500 words. I'm really hoping I can trim down to 8,000. That's my big goal.
That's good.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's a hope. It's not a promise, but.
Erica saying here, I did 531, the most I've written in like 2 months. So happy.
Fantastic.
We're all happy for you.
Yeah.
And NJ has something to celebrate here. 24 students signed up for a creative writing program and gonna have no 0 days as the mantra. I love that.
Nice. And here's another question for you, Doug. What's your favorite element of horror? You have 38 seconds.
Oh my goodness. The overwhelming sense of helplessness that comes with it. The reminder that there is something that we cannot control, but in real life that's okay. In horror, we get it out that you can't control the inevitability, and that stinks for that character, but in real life there are things you can't control, and that's okay. So
on that note, everybody, here we go.
Come on, guys, let's go.
I don't know how I feel about this soundboard. Happy writing, everyone. Finny.
All
The
right.
entire story done.
Boom.
Like just under the wire. I was scrambling. There might be some typos in the last paragraph.
Let me just say that the lo-fi version of Tears for Fears is where's that? Yeah.
Got Hank hooked on lo-fi.
Yeah. It's pretty great. Pretty
Thank
great.
you, Rosalinda. Thank you.
Copy your words out so you don't lose them. Copy your words out.
What do we have for some wins here? Shelly got 629 and Athena got 574. Ashley got 708 for a total of 2141. Echo Metalverse, well done, everybody. Rosalinda got 392. Rosalinda, lo-fi is low fidelity music.
Yeah.
It's like slow beats, very inoffensive sounds. It's chill.
Yeah, very for any audiophiles out there, much compression, so not a lot of dynamic range. The highs are squished down, the lows are pushed up a little. It's kind of compressed. So
Such
low
a
fidelity.
technical thing. I just know the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe. That's it. That's
I
all I
didn't
need.
know what it was. Yeah.
Renee got 358. Stacy is getting faster with 691. Great job. B got
Go
37.
Stacey.
Awesome. NJ got 1,000 words total again. Fantastic. Ginger had a great editing day. Emily got almost 2,000 in total, and it felt great to write away without thinking. I love that.
Absolutely.
For
my friend Beth is horror for me. It's weird.
It's my corrupting influence.
Doug is rubbed
off. For Dabble Premium members, we do have premium office hours starting in 12 minutes. So we're going to take off, refill our waters, spruce up our hair. And we will see you there. The link's in your inbox, or you can find in the premium part of the Storycraft Cafe. Otherwise, Hank, this is your writing sprint day, so I'm not going to take away the outro.
Yeah. So everyone, thank you for joining us, and we will see you back for writing sprints on Tuesday with our friend Abby, who will be leading us. No,
it's you.
Oh, that's right. It'll be me on Tuesday because we shifted some stuff around. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday, and the rest of you, we'll see you in just a few minutes.
And sorry, before we go, Abby, we have something tomorrow. I meant to get you to shamelessly plug this earlier.
We do. We have a pacing workshop with Devery Walls. So it's going to be great. Everybody come. I've taken the class before. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. So
it's going to be so fun. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
See ya.
And that's